Robert Treat Paine by Corin Goss. We all know who John Adams, Ben Franklin, and Sam Adams are. They are some of America's most well-known signers of the Declaration of Independence. But they weren't the only people who risked their lives signing the document that granted us Americans the right to break free from Britain. There are plenty more less well-known signers as well. One of them is Robert Treat Paine. On March 11, 1731, Robert Treat Paine was born in Boston, Massachusetts. He attended the Boston Latin School, which led him to Harvard College at the young age of 14. After a decade of traveling and trying other careers, he decided to pursue a career in law and was accepted into the Massachusetts bar in 1757. He then opened his own practice in Boston and became a wealthy and very successful lawyer. In 1758, he qualified to practice before the Superior Court. Over the next 15 years, he did many things that led him to being selected as a signer of the Declaration of Independence. In 1768, he was a delegate for Taunton, Massachusetts at the Provincial Convention. One of the biggest things that led to him signing the Declaration of Independence was being the prosecutor for the Boston Massacre trial. He argued whether or not the British could legally quarter an army in a town without their consent. This led to the Third Amendment, which states, "No soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but the manner to be prescribed by law." Working in this case helped him a lot since it upped his social status and he could now make a name for himself. Robert Treat Paine was finally getting the life he deserved and the attention he deserved. A few years later, he attended the First Continental Congress after getting loyalist Daniel Leonard to not attend, since he would have otherwise tipped the governor off of what was happening and he would have gotten rid of the General Court. Though he was mad at what the British were doing to the colonists, he was still hesitant about breaking free from the British and becoming an independent country. He still believed that the conflict with the British could be resolved. The next year, at the Second Continental Congress, he signed the Olive Branch Petition as a final attempt at staying united with the British. When the king rejected it, he realized that becoming an independent country was very possible and might have been the thing that they need to do. Paine's involvement in these important events is why he was chosen to sign the Declaration of Independence, along with 55 others. He was one of 5 signers from Massachusetts and one of 24 lawyers who signed the Declaration. He accepted the opportunity to sign the Declaration because he knew that making peace with the British and staying part of them was a lost cause and that becoming a free country was the right thing to do. He knew that if he were to be caught, the punishment could be as severe as death, but he knew it was for the greater good and it was worth the risk. After signing the Declaration, his success didn't stop there. In 1780, he was one of the people who helped found the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. And from 1777 to 1796, he was the Attorney General for Massachusetts. And from 1796 to 1804, he was a Supreme Court judge for the state of Massachusetts. Throughout his career, he was known as a conservative who was very judgy of others. He retired in 1804 after becoming too deaf to hear the court cases he was in. Sadly, after 10 years of retirement, Robert Treat Paine died on May 11, 1814, due to health complications. Even though he was not one of the most well-known signers, he was still a very important person and his legacy still lives on today. A modern-day equivalent to Robert Treat Paine is William Barr. This is because both were lawyers who were attorney generals, a very respected job. They were both assertive in their court cases and both belonged to the same political party. Thanks for watching.